To discuss more on the matter, we are now live with our very own Karen van den Broek from the Ministry's office in Jakarta, Indonesia. Karen, so what is the new regulation for school face-to-face learning amid the rise in Omicron infection in Indonesia?
Yes, good afternoon, Ahir, and everyone in the studio. I am reporting from the Ministry of Education and Culture in Jakarta, Indonesia, that as of today, the President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, has given a mandate through a written statement to Ministry of Education and Culture, where schools are limiting offline or face-to-face learning process to 50% capacity amidst the increase or spike of COVID-19 active cases in Indonesia. And this regulation is applied to regions with level 1 and level 2 emergency community activity restrictions, or locally known as emergency PPKM, as effectively as of today from the mandate from the President himself. And as we all know that the Omicron, as the latest variant of COVID-19, today has been recorded to spike over 16,000 cases per day, where if we compare it to December 2021, which was less than 2 months ago, it was recorded that the active cases of Omicron was only less than 100. And now we are, it has been recorded that we are at 94,000 active cases of Omicron in Indonesia. Ahir.
Now, Karen, does these regulations apply to all regions in Indonesia, or are there exceptions for certain regions in Indonesia?
Yes, Yani. So adjustment is apparently not mandatory from the Ministry of Education and Culture itself for the schools, as it can be adjusted to respective schools whether they can control their own COVID-19 situation in their respective schools. And this adjustment is recommended for regions that's been applied to level 1 and level 2 of emergency activity restrictions, or locally known as PPKM. Meanwhile, for regions that's been applied level 3 and level 4 of emergency PPKM, is allowing 100% capacity in their schools for face-to-face learning, only with strict health protocol applied. And this adjustment is made by the Ministry of Education and Research, working together alongside other ministries from the government of Indonesia, such as the Ministry of Maritime Affairs and Investment, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Religious Affairs, and the last one, Ministry of Internal Affairs, under the mandate of President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo. Yani.
Karen, Dirza here. You said about all the departments, so that's basically the government at whole. So what is the government's priority at the moment as it observes the ongoing face-to-face learning process at school amid the Omicron surge?
Yes, Dirza. So based on the written statement that was released by Ministry of Education and Culture earlier today under the mandate of President Joko Widodo, the government is mandating city government to observe the face-to-face learning process at schools through 4 steps. Meaning the first one is for schools to apply strict health protocol, be it for the student and the teachers. And the second one is to implement tracing for confirmed cases at school. The third one is to increase vaccination, as we all know that students aged 6 and above are allowed to receive double dose of vaccination. And the last one is to close school immediately after overseeing epidemiologist surveillance progress. And lastly, parents are now given rights as well to choose whether their children is allowed to do offline school or online school. So this could be a suggestion to schools in Indonesia to open up a flexibility, to open up options of hybrid schools to, for students to go offline or online school for the sake of the student safety. And this could be a suggestion to schools for the safety of the students and the teacher itself, especially to reduce the transmission of COVID-19 in Indonesia. Back to the studio.
All right, Karen van den Broek reporting from the Ministry of Education in Jakarta, Indonesia. Thank you very much, Karen. Stay safe and healthy.